Joined by Hofstra head women's soccer coach Simon Riddiough following a 3-2 season opening win over Fairleigh Dickinson. Coach, opening thoughts on tonight's win?
It's a win against a very good FDU, a well-drilled, organised, disciplined team who refused to accept defeat. They hung in enough to make it close, and fortunately we had a bit extra of that winning mentality to come away with the win. Wasn't as comfortable as I would have hoped. It was exciting for the neutral and exciting for us now because we came away with the win. So,
all right, open it up to questions.
Coach Carlos Silva, WRHU. I wanted to be a little bit more specific with the way we see the change of guard almost on this team. We see Miri Taylor come out and Leah Iglesias tonight step in. Now, I know that we definitely saw a lot of Miri Taylor almost playing that false nine type of role where she could come back, do a lot of link and play with the wingers. Do you expect Leah Iglesias to sort of step into that role as well, or play her own number 9 and almost what we see Ronaldo nowadays where he can't do that much of that link up play?
Yeah, what made Miri so good was her ability to roam and Porter's ability to compensate. So they had an understanding for 3 years. So when Miri dropped in deep, Porter would step high and you'd still have balance. We didn't have that today. Dagny and Leah, that's the first time they played together. And you've got 3 freshmen in midfield. And it's just a matter of getting the balance right in midfield and recognising if one does check, the other one's got to go in high. And that takes time. Those kind of understandings don't happen in 2.5 weeks of pre-season. It's going to take a lot of time and a lot of work from myself and Jerry and Rory and Kelsey to get us on the same page offensively in that rotation. I thought a lot of the build-up play was fantastic. I thought we possessed well, we moved the ball well. The final cutting edge was a little bit lacking at times.
Coach Michelle Rabinovich from the Hofstra Chronicle. Speaking of those freshmen and the discipline you spoke of earlier in this interview, how did you see the dynamics change in today's game compared to last season's games?
Well, again, we had 3 or 4 really golden opportunities to put the game away. At 1-0, we had a couple in the first half where Anya on a corner kick, keeper hit her, keeper made a great save. Anya had a penalty, keeper made a great save. Just before their goal, it was 1-0, and we had a fantastic play. Amy Hodgson finds Ellen. Ellen whips it across. Tor Hilders at the back post, smacks it. Keeper saves it. Those are defining game moments, and at 2-0, that game's over. So they had a charmed goalkeeper today. I thought she played really well, and I thought it kept them in the game. And we have to do a better job of nullifying opportunities. I thought we panicked a little bit as the game went on. I thought we got a bit tired, which is typical this time of year. And I thought we made some mental mistakes, but I'm pretty happy with the freshman class. I think probably by the end of this year we'll have 5 or 6 freshmen starting, and if we can win like we have done in previous years, then it's going to be a wonderful next 4 or 5 years. So I'm happy with everything in that regard, but we need to be better. We know that. The good thing is we've got that winning mentality still, that refusal to lose, finding a way, still fighting a way to get back in the game. Most teams would have gave up at 1-1 or 2-2, would have kind of said, all right, we'll just accept it. This team didn't, and fair play to them.
Hey Coach, Brendan Gambeski, WRHU. You talk about the freshmen. Do you expect to be more rough patches? Do you expect a more seamless transition in the next few games?
There's going to be rough patches all year. You don't replace Miri Taylor, Lucy Porter, Lucy Shepherd, Jordan Littleboy, Amanda Ebson. They all had 80 games experience at this level, with people who had no experience at this level. I think the talent's there. I think potentially this incoming class is probably going to be the best class we've ever had. That's big words, but I do believe it. And once we get everybody fit and going, it's just understanding the importance of these games. A lot of these internationals don't know that we've only got 18 games and one game's a big deal. They play thinking, oh, it's a non-conference game, it doesn't really matter if we win or lose, which in essence doesn't. But if we're trying to get an at-large bid, winning today will help us in that aspect. So it's just a learning process, and we'll get there, I believe.
Coach, can you talk a little bit about Thor Hallsdotter's mindset coming into this game, being a freshman, starting for Hofstra, which is a winning program, and then starting off today with a goal and an assist? It's an amazing way to start. I can't really think of a much better way to start your Hofstra career. What has her mindset been coming into this first game of the season, probably figuring that she could have some early game time?
It's interesting with mindset. When you're coaching foreigners or internationals, I don't know whether that's politically correct, but internationals, you don't understand the cultural differences. So Thorhilda's Icelandic, she's deadpan, she doesn't show emotions much, but she's a hell of a player, and she's going to be special if she continues in the way she's impacted the programme in the first 2 weeks of pre-season. She's going to get a lot of goals, and she's going to make a difference in the final third. She's going to get stronger and better as the years go by. So yeah, freshmen coming in, you always worry. I'm sure there's a lot of nerves tonight. We got this out of the way. We've got another week before we play another game, so we'll work on the things we need to work on. But in reality, it was our senior players who let us down today, not necessarily our freshmen. And I think we can't understate that. Some players made critical mistakes at critical times that cost us goals, and it's unlike them, and we don't expect it, and maybe they're overcompensating because they're dealing with a lot of inexperience around them, so I'll give them that excuse, but we don't like excuses, we just have to get better.
Coach, how do you feel the seniors feel? Do you think they feel any additional pressure? Or have they said anything about that now that they're kind of leaders of the team, so to speak?
No, I don't think pressure. I think they're actually quite excited. I think when you lose a personality like Lucy Porter, who was a tremendous leader and probably one of the best captains we've ever had, who kind of dominated the leadership side of things, when you lose that player, it gives the seniors now a chance to step up, and I think they're excited about that opportunity. I think they like to come out of the shadow, they want to be leaderships, and I think they're maturing, and I have no worries with this senior class, junior class. They are going to be quality people and quality leaders, and it's refreshing to see they're excited about it and not nervous.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks, Lenny. All right.